talked earlier about the 1970s being the decade that changed everything in film. And every year there is an iconic film that changed the way films were done either for that genre or for the industry in general. So we're going to start in 1970. MASH was released. The movie MASH was released. Obviously, it would go on to be an absolute phenomenon as a TV series, which ran for 11 years, about the Korean War. Still today, it's shown. I think they were saying that somewhere in the world, someone's watching an episode of MASH. Still today.
I'd agree.
Right?
Yeah.
And I actually just rewatched the whole series about, probably during COVID. I think I went from episode 1 all the way through to Goodbye, Farewell, Amen.
Wow.
It's very good. Very good.
It is, yeah.
But it does become a Alan Alda, pretentious, look at me. And then you can definitely tell the episodes.
You can tell when he takes over the directing.
You can tell when he directs.
Yeah.
Oh,
definitely, right. Okay, so that's 1970. 71, Dirty Harry. Redefined the gritty cop drama. In that same year, French Connection came out as well. So between those two, redefined what we thought about cop movies and procedurals and that R-rated crime drama. And I watch Dirty Harry all the time still today. It's freaking amazing.
Awesome.
Freaking amazing movie. 72, arguably the greatest movie ever made, The Godfather. From a massive novel, what they squeezed into a 3-hour movie is incredible. And it is just still today eminently rewatchable. I watch it regularly. I watched it again just the other day. Part of it, so good.
I've seen it once.
God, mate, go back and watch it again.
It is worth a watch. It's a good
Fuck,
movie.
mate, come on. 73, we'll go from arguably the greatest movie ever made to arguably the greatest horror movie of all time.
Oh, that's
The Exorcist.
Yeah.
Incredible movie. Again, adapted from a book. William Peter Blatty, who ended up helping to write the screenplay.
It was spooky. It was disturbing.
And mate, it's disturbing. It is so good even now. I remember watching it. They re-released it, and the version you'd never seen, where they added the spider crawl down the stairs, where she's arched over on her back and she comes down the stairs. That was not in the original cut, and they also added some more screen cutting to black, where the Pazuzu devil would be on the screen. And I saw it in the cinema, in a packed cinema. Man, it's
You saw that in the movie?
No, the re-release.
Oh, it was
maybe it was the 30th anniversary
You're
or
right,
something,
yeah,
and it
yeah.
was like maybe in 2003 they re-released it when they did the version you've never seen, and they re-released the cinema. And oh my god, I wouldn't say I watch this every year, but I would watch this regularly. Incredible film. 74 is The Godfather II. So what becomes then, is the sequel better than the original discussion? And it's the multi-layered timelines. Coppola just owning it. Robert De Niro, just incredible film. Really, really good. I don't think it's better than the original, but
Him and Marlon Brando are the only people to get an Academy Award for playing the same role.
Yeah.
Or same character, sorry.
Yeah.
Same role, same character.
Okay. This is where it gets really interesting, and this is where we start to define movies and genres as a whole. 75 is Jaws. So it defines the summer blockbuster, changes the way that movies are released forever. Movies were never released in summer. They were always released around Christmas in the US because people were on holidays. This was released in the middle of the year, and it was only released in the middle of the year because it ran so far over. And it got released in summer.
When everyone wants to go to the beach.
This is it. So, and it's still today, it has such a powerful effect on popular culture. It's an incredible film. My number 2 in my list. Love it. Watch it all the time. Do you know the reason they call it blockbuster?
No.
So they call it a blockbuster because the lines for the movie
I'll
busted
go around the block.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty incredible.
Okay.
Yeah. So there you go. 76, Rocky.
Good
And the
movie.
sport movie is born. And there, arguably, has there been a better sport movie than the original Rocky? Maybe. It's definitely right up there still.
Yeah.
Changed the way sport movies were looked at.
Probably
Incredible
for me,
movie.
it is the best, yeah.
Yeah. 77, Star Wars.
Well, without a doubt.
Without a doubt. Changed everything. So what George did, Star Wars said, hold my beer,
Yeah.
and just changed the world. Okay? The science fiction was essentially effectively born and taken to the next level. And the Phenom movie.
But the special effects, for the first time something looked real.
Yeah.
There wasn't lines and wires and clunky looking movement. It was like, wow.
Yeah. It felt real. You're right. It just felt real. 78, Superman.
Okay.
The superhero genre
Yeah.
is born on film. There'd not been a superhero movie really committed to film.
I remember a Spider-Man movie, seeing a
Yeah,
Spider-Man movie.
that was a
at the
TV
movies.
movie. That was The Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, I remember
But it was a
that.
TV movie that they released in the cinema.
Okay.
And it might have been the year before this. So it might have been in
Yeah.
77.
Yeah, around then.
But if we talk about Superman, the original movie, that was
massive.
That was massive.
Huge.
Richard Donner.
Huge.
Yeah.
Massive film. And a huge undertaking. And again, it looks pretty real when he's flying. Like it still
Yeah.
holds up today.
Yep.
Gene Hackman's amazing as Lex Luthor. It's a good movie, really is. And it's an absolute shame what happened to Christopher Reeve.
Yeah.
79, I've got two movies here, but we've got Alien. Changes what we think about sci-fi and horror.
And horror, yeah.
Right? And Apocalypse Now, which is the first real deep dive into the Vietnam War.
And not a glamorous look
Not
at
a
the war.
glamorous look at war,
Yeah,
right? This is
yeah.
the dirty underbelly
Yeah.
of the Vietnam War. 1980, we've got Empire Strikes Back, and now we're talking about the sequel being better than the original. It takes Godfather II and says, look, let's just see what we can do here. In those 11 years, or if we take 1980 into it, those 11 or 12 movies there, they changed the world. Every year there was a movie that defined either a genre or the industry.
Yep.
That's never happened again.
No.
That has never happened again. If you went through, you could not do a list for the 80s that went, well, yeah, there's good movies. Don't get me wrong. But they're running off the back of these
All
movies
these
here.
new benchmark-setting
No.
movies every year.
Matthew.
Sorry.
I
I know what's coming.
Enter the Dragon.
I
Something.
think you've forgotten that 1983. Sho Kosugi and Keith Vitale reinvent the way ninja movies are made.
Okay, yeah.
Revenge of the Ninja.
Yeah.
Sam Furstenberg delivers us a masterpiece.
Okay.
And that paved the way for movies after that time. All action / ninja movies.